after you asked me the other day on the 6th, we had another meeting. Today is 7th morning in Dimapur, early morning.
With the ENP?
Yeah. Our Chief Minister's place. Few of us were there. Now, we are very glad to see that the ENPO is approaching the state government for the state's support and in conformity with the state's stand on the issue. There had been no misunderstanding whatsoever ever since this case, ENPO case, was recommended by the state government in 2011, in July 2011. So it is with the state government's full approval and recommendation that this issue, ENPO issue, was taken up by the government of India. So we saw no reason why the ENPO, or for that matter the MHA, the government of India, should avoid the state and the people. The state has never been an obstruction. It has never stood in the way. Rather, it has facilitated by recommending and continuously supporting it for about 12, now 13th year. But the state was kept in the dark for more than 1 decade. So the question arises from the rest of the Naga people and the state as to why the state does not know the status of the discussions in between the GOI and the ENPO. And if the state does not know, then who else should know? Because every inch of ENPO, the Eastern Nagas or Western or Southern, belongs to the people and the state of Nagaland. So the people themselves are bona fide citizens of the state of Nagaland. What is happening to them, to their land, to the present or their future, is very much the state government's concern. So the general public started demanding to know what is happening. A new state is to be born, or will it be a union territory, or some kind of another arrangement? So with that growing pressure, the government had to go to Delhi, and straight away we went to the government of India and we demanded to know what was happening, what's going on, and why it is not being told to us. Then only we came to learn a lot of things, which was good. And we insisted that it should henceforth not be bilateral but trilateral. And the state should become a party in the talk. The state should be consulted also. And then if we arrive at certain decisions, it should be with the full knowledge and consent of the state. That was how and where it was. So the other day, you have been asking me repeatedly. The other day, I think in a long time, or for the first time maybe, I've just come into the government. The ENPO has come to the chief minister to seek for his blessings, his continued support, and also to deliberate on what would be the possible final outcome of the dialogues being held between them. So the state as such is still not prepared with an answer immediately as to what it should. But I think Chief Minister, being a very seasoned politician, he understood the requirements of our people in the eastern sector, which after he expressed we all also generally agree. It is not, you don't have any political. It is not political whatsoever. We are very much part and parcel of this state as people together. And the problems we would identify are more economic in nature. So, in certain areas like education, you lack the eastern side. In infrastructure, development also, certain things lack. In the medical sector also and health, you lack. And in the state's overall per capita income also, you lack. So, like that, those things have to be addressed over and above the reservations that you have. So, if those are addressed, then the other, you don't have any other problem. We'll have to address those grievances because there is need to give a more concentrated focus in those areas. So the demands put forwards may not be complied in total, but there are good reasons why you are demanding, why the ENPO is demanding. So it can always be reviewed by the government in the talks, and not exactly like that, but something of that nature can always be worked out. It can be trashed. I would say very bluntly that the MHA, the Government of India, and ENPO had been conferring themselves without the state for. Had they involved the state right from the beginning, I don't see any reason why it should have taken so much time with it.
Why, was, why does the state not address the grievances of the Eastern people? Why do they have to go to the MHA? I mean, so much money is being pumped, funds are being pumped from Delhi and Nagaland. So, what was the successive state governments doing for the last 60 years?
Also, might I just add to that question? I think sources have also informed that after the meeting on the 7th also, they were also saying that the government is prolonging the process now again. Even though it was their first time having a meeting, again now they're feeling that it is going to again prolong the whole process of a different state. So what is your comment on that?
You see, we should not see the state becoming a part of the talks as an interference, nor an obstacle. The state has just come into the table, into the room, and joined the discussions. So, if there were delays, the state has no hand in it, and the state will never stand in the way of any arrangement being implemented by them. But ultimately, it's a part, the geopolitical jurisdiction falls within the state government, the state of Nagaland. So when a portion of the state is being touched, is being carved out or demarcated and given some other status than the present arrangement we have, naturally, it's only so natural that the people concerned will have to come back to the state. That is the only reason that we are being involved. So what we are saying now is whatever had transpired between them, maybe the ENPO have sought too much from the government of India, or the government of India had encouraged and given too much false hope to the people. Now, who is to blame between them? We are trying to play the neutralizing role. We are trying to give the healing touch only and asking both sides to climb down a little bit. They're asking them to take a look again at the surroundings, at the realities, and what is possible on the ground. and not to have too lofty programs. Either of them, both of them.
Sir, you say that the state will not stand in the way of any arrangement. So does that mean like even if financial autonomy is given to the Eastern Nagaland?
Yeah, you were saying about that financial part, and if the previous leaders had addressed this, it would not have reached this stage. I certainly agree with you. So here, when we take a look back and study, maybe the channeling process of the funds meant for the eastern area were a little wrong, a little defective. Because the state, after the state was born, for 10 years only, from 1963 to 73, our present eastern areas were outside of the state government. They had a separate arrangement. But from 1974 onwards, it has been a part and parcel. So this type of difference should not have been there. Because the distribution of funds, if we see, there was no disparity, no bias. It was quite equal. But how, when other areas have utilized it properly, how our eastern areas could not utilize it. So here, what we have identified is that the channeling, streamlining of the flow of funds into our eastern areas, some defects were there. I think many did not reach the places or the purposes for which it was intended could never be implemented, unfortunately. So we have to study this carefully and plug the loopholes so that it is not repeated in future. But to make up for all those lost time, lost grounds, what the state government would like to propose to the government of India is that an economic package be given for our eastern areas so that they march on the double, speed up to catch up with the rest of the state. Because we see this more as an economic problem and other things. We are all still one. ENPO leaders have expressed time and again that we are not going anywhere from Naga. We are very much Nagas. We are very much a part of this state. We will remain under 371. Huh? Oh yes, we have fought together for this state. The tribal organizations of Chang, Pom was there, Konyak was there, Yimchungur was there. I mean, all our eastern tribal leaders were there when the tribal leaders formed the Naga People's Convention and signed the 16 points agreement. You see the tribal representatives. So this is something we have all gone and asked for together. So we see no reason why we should bifurcate and split up in any manner. So let good sense prevail.
Lastly, sir, about the Hornbill Festival. Even though it's been doing the rounds, they have mentioned that they will be having a meeting in this next few days regarding the Hornbill Festival. But then they just had a meeting with the government of Nagaland. So don't you think if they abstain from the Hornbill Festival, it is again adding salt to little tiny wounds that are open if they do abstain from the festival now?
Exactly. See, I mean, let us not do like this. It is ours. This whole state belongs to us together. We are all stakeholders. It is theirs as much as it is mine. No? That sense of ownership we should not lose. Why punish our own state government? Why punish our own people? Why isolate ourselves? Why start sulking? No one is against anybody's aspiration for something else also. It will be done with understanding. So I'll request that the legislators from the eastern area, they have said that they will participate. Earlier, because of our that Uting voting, unfortunate voting issue, they did not participate, then we all understand. But this time they have said they will participate. So they must participate. This is not only for the rest of Nagaland, it includes our eastern sides also. And whatever negotiation, dialogue, discussion is there, continue. It's all right. Where is the misunderstanding? Who has ever raised any objection that ENPO should not confer directly with the government of India? Nobody. So it's all right, we'll settle. Like how we have settled this most contentious issue here just today. What is not resolvable among us? We'll not take our issues to the street. Other neighboring states, somehow, unfortunately, so many things have happened, and they can't see eye to eye. But we are not like that. We are a family. We will settle everything at the hearth, in our kitchen itself.
Sir, EMPO abstaining from participating in the Hornbill Festival has not much to do with the demand of statehood, but they have put their grievances forward with the CM also that the participants, the cultural troops, allocation of funds also comes in there that
Oh,
they are not being looked uh, well.
okay, okay.
So the kind of like hardships where the cultural troops have to take. So
Oh,
that was one of the main issue.
that's
So,
something new.
so I think they had put forth this with the department also, and I think CM had agreed to address those grievances which the community faced during the Hornbill. But there were some other tribal bodies from northeastern who had come in between and then objected to you know CM's approval to address those issues.
Oh, no, 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 no. I think this is something brand new to me. I never even suspected slightly that there could have been such a thing. But if certain segments, because of the distance or because of whatever reason, feels that they need to be taken care of separately, very much. I myself will speak to CM for this. I myself will speak to the Minister Tourism that whatever you said today is addressed at the earliest. So please tell our brothers and sisters that they must come and participate, be a part of it, especially when it is the 60th year. By participating here, they will lose nothing. They will gain.